with the PCI, but it's not the best way of doing it. Surgery is still the best option. So in the tips and tricks, good guide catheter support, guide wire selection, use imaging and FFR. We now use about 90% of my cases are done with IVUS guidance to encourage our fellows to start using them. If I don't teach them, they will not be able to use them when they become attendings. So rotational atherectomy or orbital atherectomy to prepare the lesions and hemodynamic support in safer patients. That I'll stop here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Ahmed, for your brilliant presentation. Now we have a very short time for the question and answer session. Any question from our audience regarding this presentation?
So we have 5 minutes for discussion. So we can take few questions from our panel of experts as well as our chairpersons. Even any questions or discussion over here.
May I ask a question? Actually, you have shown very nicely the elements of complex PCI. In our context, in our society, another important point, when we put a shock patient in cath lab, we have to counsel the patient regarding the mortality. This is a great issue in our setting. What is comment regarding this?
No, so, I mean, even in the United States, it is really difficult to have a discussion with the patient family coming out and saying that your family member died. It's not easy. So if you think for the youngsters, I would say that recently we have turned down people about 87-year-old with STEMI and cardiogenic shock. It is a STEMI, but you need to make the patients understand and the family understand that mortality is 80%, 90%. Is it really worth taking that patient and having the mortality on your hands as well? I actually am very blunt for TAVR as well. I tell my patients, I can do a TAVR, the chance of you dying is either 0 or 100%. If you're willing to go for that, I will do the procedure. If not, I mean, we are very blunt in the United States, but I don't think if you say that in India and Bangladesh, nobody is going to come to you next time, right? So, but you have to be passionate, show empathy, make the patient's family understand, and give the right kind of burdens to your community.
Thank you very much for your. No, please. There might have some other questions. Definitely. Any question more? Yeah.
It appears that we have used the Impella in many cases of cheap PCI, but unfortunately we don't have this in our country. So how do you recommend the use of IMEP instead of Impella in this group of patients?
So I have the same discussion in India as well. Impella is available in India, but it is still very expensive, 25 lakh rupees, right? And a balloon pump is, by every clinical study, it has proven to be negative. But that doesn't mean it should not spend about $800. In one live case in China, when we were doing at CIT, I wasn't doing it, I was on the moderator. The patient was crashing. They don't have Impella, they have Impella, but it is not available at that time in that place. I said, first go ahead and put a balloon pump. If the patient is complex, don't hesitate about guidelines and studies, and the guidelines are not written for Bangladeshi or Indian people. They are written for American standards where they are different. Everything is available, a study is done, balloon pump is been shown. Impella has not been shown to be positive at all. Why do we use Impella is because actually we can make our lives comfortable. But is there a proof to do it? There is no proof to use Impella right now. We are participating in Protect 4 study yet still to make sure that it is worthwhile doing Impella. We don't know the answer yet. So I would completely recommend a balloon pump. Some, I think, fantastic people in India and Bangladesh have their own solutions. Noradrenaline, nitro, and a combination of one more thing, I think, amiodarone. For people who are very sick and cardiogenic shock, they give a little bit of noradrenaline and nitroglycerin. That has actually been shown to be very good. I started using it in America as well, without using Impella in some people.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we can get any comments from our panel of experts. Dr. Ashish Dev.
Thank you, Dr. Ramesh, for a nice presentation. Actually, for complex PCI, as you have mentioned, catheter support, wire support, and making the lesion simple from complex section. Our motto is to like that. So in case of HDMI and non-HDMI, most of the patients are very vulnerable, especially if they have any renal failure. So in that case, if the ejection fraction is less than 30% and also renal failure, in that case, in our setting, what is your advice to make the patient, so make complex patient to make simple? Because we don't have any Impella or NMR or anything like this.
And you also have delayed presentations. I don't think it is not that uncommon, but it is delayed presentation of epidemic is also very common in this region. So number one, I think encourage people who come with